Good evening, everybody. It is Runescapefar. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having an amazing day. So here's part 2 of the poker cards video. Now this, of course, does exclude my playing deck, which is at my house, not in my dorm. So let's take a look at all the grass-type Pokemon I have. Okay, now I did totally forget about this card, so I'm going to start off with this. Not a grass type, but got a giant one of these cards. Came with one of the decks I got. I can't believe I totally forgot about that. After I'd done the video, I went back, put my cards in my big folder here, and I looked like, I can't believe I forgot that. So let's start off here with Ivysaur. Now, I do have a Venusaur, but again, that's in my special deck, so I don't have it with me. So we're going to start off with Ivysaur here. This is an adorable Ivysaur. It knows Sleep Powder, which does 20 damage, and Vine Whip, which does 40. And then the cool thing about this card here is its Pre-Oppressor, Bulbasaur. It knows Tackle and Poison Powder. When you put the cards together in that kind of fashion, you can see they go together. And then, of course, there is Venusaur, which goes on this end as well. So that is actually pretty cool. I do love finding cards like that where they continue with other Pokemon. And then, of course, we have Bulbasaur. This one knows Shake Vine and Bullet Sea, which does 10 times damage for every 4 coin flips that are heads. If it's not a head, it's gone. Okay, let me just get this back here, okay. So the next one is a grass-type Whopper. Now, Whopper to me has always been a water-type Pokemon, so I don't know why they made a grass-type. It's kind of like the Alola versions. Like, why would you make Vulpix a ice Pokemon when it's a fire-type Pokemon? I mean, it's in the tropics. You think it would still remain fire. It knows Amnesia and Tail Slap. So please bear through me. We got a crap load of cards to go through with here. Okay, so now we got Chikorita. And of course I like this one the best, that's why it's on top. It has Pikachu in it. Chikorita was always so adorable. This one knows Runaround and Vine Whip. Then of course you got this Chikorita. This one knows Sleep Scent and Jump On. And then finally this Chikorita, which knows Headbutt and Razor Leaf, which aren't that bad of attacks. I just noticed something, they're all 50 HP. Okay, now I got a couple variations of this guy. This is actually just a duplicate card. Venom, Stun Spore, and Signal Beam. Ooh. I got this one as a fighting type as well, so you'll see him again. Pinsir, Grip and Squeeze, and Power Gluten, or Guillotine. Power Guillotine, that's it. Okay, now we have here Weeping Bell with Sleep Seed and Vine Whip. And then we got Bellsprout that just knows Sleep Powder. Okay, okay, this card has a second behind it. We have Skabloom. This one knows Cotton Bloom and U-Turn. And then its predecessor, Hip Hop, or Hop Hip, with Cottonweed and Hoverheel. They're pretty good cards. I don't think you guys saw that very well. Let the camera focus in. I am thinking about investing in a new camera, but before I do that, I need to know that you guys are more committed, because I don't want to waste more money and then nobody watch my videos, and it's like, I just wasted a bunch of money. So please, please, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. If you know other Pokemon fans out there, please share this video. If you know anybody who likes the game videos like I do, share my videos with them so they can watch and enjoy them. Okay, I kind of like this one because of the holographics on it. It is a Weedle. And I'll try and get to where you guys can see it. Right there, that's perfect. It has like a holographic view of all the move types. So we got water, we got fire, we got earth, or fighting, special, psychic, grass, steel, dark, ghost, and electric. So that's pretty cool how they have all the little symbols there with it. So that's why I keep that one first. And then we got Weedle again. This one just knows String Shot. And if I did this before, this one knows Call for Family and Poison Sprout. Or Spurt. And then this has always been my #1 Pokemon for Pokemon Emerald to start off with. Every time I've restarted the game, I've always started off with my main Trico. Trico is awesome. Shush. This one knows Paralyzing Gauge and Scratch. Okay, and of course I do sometimes double back. So like, I'll have it set up like this, and then I'll actually have cards that go behind it, so that way I can try to optimize my folder to get the most use out of what available card space I have. Now I do actually have an official Pokemon binder right here. So I do have 2 of them. One's beaten up. The beaten up one, I used to put all the extra cards in there. And usually when I go to events or with my friends or anything, I usually put all double cards I have in there, and they're free to them. And I sometimes make decks for my friends who want to play Pokemon cards, but they don't have Pokemon cards with them. I'll let them use that and use some of my energy cards, and so that way we can actually play. So starting off here with the extras in the back, we have Grimer. Knows Poison, Pound and Poison Spurt. Coming up next, this is a newer card. We have Beedrill. Now, I always remember in the anime, these guys were just somebody you didn't screw with. So this one is Team Galactica's. I think that's what it is. Raid and Fury Attack. So yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm horrified of bees in real life. Or I'm actually terrified of bees in here because when I was a little kid, I'd just be sitting there minding my own business and bees would fly in my mouth and wasps, and they just stung the hell out of my mouth. It was the most painful part of my childhood, and I hated every second of that. So this is actually a duplicate, so I'll put this one in the duplicate folder. But we got Butterfree here, FB. It's actually a very beautiful Butterfree. Sleep Powder and Compound Eyes. Now I gotta say, the episode with Ash let his Butterfree go free. That was a very sad episode. Pokemon knows how to pull your strings. You see this awesome bond with the characters, Pokemon, and then he just lets them go. It's sad. Let's see. Move that folder out of the way. Okay, so we are actually almost done with the grass type Pokemon. And it's only 8 minutes, so I actually thought I had a lot more, which I think I do also in this folder. I kind of lost track. We got Kakani. This one knows Call of Family and Rising Launch. Now, Call for Family is actually a very common type of attack, I've noticed with these. Again, this card makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. It is a grass type Daratina, and it only knows Ram, and that doesn't even require a grass card, which again surprises me. Let's see, I don't think nope, okay, no doubles behind here. So Lily, this evolves from the root fossil if I am correct. It has Tender Tentacles and Confused Ray. Let's see, who do we got here? Seedot. With Headbutt. Now, a lot of these, sadly, I never actually got the evolution for. So, here we go. We got, Ikeda. And if you notice right here where my, finger is moving, this is an e-reader card, so if you had an e-reader device, you can actually swipe that in with the game, and it would upload the Pokemon from what I am told. This one knew Poison Breath. Okay, I actually got 2 different ones here. Surskit, Sleep Intruder, and Sleep Inducer, and Super Hypno Wave. Now some of these are very dull and boring, and I don't really care for those cards. I think we have the most overpowered Pokemon here, Snuckle from Emerald. And I think Snuckle was the most overpowered Pokemon I had in my arsenal. Pot Shell and Ferment Poison. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, this one I do have 2 back, so hopefully I don't forget about them. So here I have Ariados. Now this is a newer card made in 2015, remastered to look like the old style one. So it knows Poisonous Nest and Impound. Or Impound. Spinark, which also knows Impound and Double Scratch. I do have a wide variation of these in different types, which again doesn't make sense, but why not? Okay. Here we got Quick Up. Now, I played with this Pokemon, and it was like the weakest Pokemon in my group, so I just gave it an EXP share, and eventually leveled it up till it evolved, and then it became an awesome Pokemon. So this one knows, again, Calling for Family, very common on Bug-type Pokemon, and it knows Sling. Again, there it is. Let's see. Volbeat. Now, I actually have a Pokemon DVD dedicated to Volbeat. Let's see. Learning Glow and Signal Beam. Now, the reason I like this card so much is just because that holographic design. It's not really a big one, but it just kind of makes it shiny and reflective. Okay, well, this is actually going to be a kind of short video. Okay. Here we have Growlithe. This Growlithe knows Synthesis and Cut, which does 50 damage. And we got Turtwig, which knows Tackle and Razor Leaf. Now I do try to keep these in order by type, and of course previous evolution goes the basic card first, like Turtwig, and then Grotto will go on top, and then its evolution will go on top, and that's how I kind of have my cards arranged. I don't go by alphabetical. I think my friend goes by alphabetical and type. We got Parsect. Again, that kind of has the cool leaf effect, which again I kind of like, especially like it on the camera. This one knows Colorful Spores and X-Scissor. And then we got Paris here that just knows Bolt. Now, I remember the episode dedicated to Paris. I actually have it on VHS. That's right. This guy still owns a VHS tape and a VHS player, so shh. But that episode was just awesome, and I gotta say, James, even though he's a bad guy, he's the most kind, caring Pokemon character on there, and I love him for that. Even though he still does steal Pokemon, I mean, it's the one redeeming quality of James. That and his quick, sassy backlashes towards Jessie. Just like on the Slim. Maracactus with Mega Drain and Pin Missile. Again, this is a newer card designed to look like the older cards. I kind of like those, but it still lacks the same feeling. I mean, don't get me wrong, they did a good job with this, but it still doesn't have the same feel of the 1990 cards. So here I have Sandcloak Burmy, level 10. It knows Werecloak and Sandy Cloak Tackle. And then this Burmy is Plant Cloak Burmy, which also has Werecloak and Plant Cloak Attack. So I don't have all the Burmies. I know there's a couple more out there I still need. And of course the card that was behind it was... Okay, I thought there was another one behind it. But I guess not, is Spinark. And he knows String Shot. Now here we go. Here we have Tangela. This Tangela knows Intertangling Vines and Gentle Wrap. I mean, that Pokemon is just kind of creepy. I mean, where's its mouth? How does it eat? And then we got this very adorable version of it that knows Beat and Flog. I mean, just look at that. That looks more. Tell me which one looks more adorable, this one or this one here. I think this one is obviously the adorable one, so I'm actually gonna put that one on top. And of course, the card behind it is Among Us, 90 HP, knows Astonish and Miracle. It is I forget which one this is. If you know what this is, please tell me in the comments. I totally am having a brain fart here with who this belongs to. Team Plasma, I think. But that is a pretty cool card. And then finally we have, again, I have 3 of these. So 2 of these are going to go into the extra folder. I have a Snivy. The most sassiest Pokemon I think Ash has ever had. It knows Tackle and Vine Whip. And that's actually all of my grass type Pokemon in here with the actual dedication. Now, I do have some older grass types we're going to take a look at as well. Had you fooled there for a second, didn't I? So let's take a look at some of my more vintage cards. So this is actually a duplicate as well, but I am holding on to that one. So this was copyrighted 1995, 1996, and 1998, so you know it is old. It is a 2nd generation. It is an Execute. This one knows Hypnosis and Leech Seed. Let's see if I can try to get that better. Zoom. Yeah, see with these older cards, it's harder for the camera to focus on because they're dull. They got the old style painting, so bear with me with this. And then we have here a Metapod. No, Stiffen and Stung Spore. That one's showing up a little bit better on the camera. And of course Caterpie. Try to see if I can try to get to zoom in better. Focus. String Shot's the only thing it knows. So 20 to 70 HP, not the best. And then, ooh, here we go. This was all grass. So, another spare, but we have Gloom. This Gloom actually is a 1st edition. Try to zoom in on that or focus. It won't focus, but that mark there, it does indicate it's a 1st edition. It knows Poison Powder and Foul Odor. Now this Oddish here is also a 1st edition, as you can see by the symbol right there. This Oddish knows Sleep Powder and Poison Powder. And then of course we have this Oddish, which is not a 1st edition. It knows Stun Spore and Sprout. Now I gotta say, that's actually a very disturbing, creepy looking Oddish. I just don't know why, but it gives me an eerie feeling every time I look at it. Okay, turning to the next page. I do have another one of these creepy little Pokemon. That is Tangela. This one knows Bind and Poison Powder. Let's see, who else do I have in here? Okay, so I have an old school Arbok. This was part of the fossil collection, I think, as indicated by that symbol there. Let me know. The skeleton hands, is that the fossil collection? Anyway, Terra Strike and Poison Fang is what it knows. And then its de-evolution, or previous evolution, was from Ekans, which knows Spit Poison and Wrap. Now I gotta say, just these Ekans and Arbok, Ekans was more adorable than the Arbok. Like, the Arbok was always more serious and less goofy, I think, in the anime, but the Arbok was always more silly. That's my personal opinion. Let's see, we got a fat stack here. Okay, so here we have a Gold Bolt. This one knows Wing Attack and Leech Life. So, let's see. We got this one, then this Zubat here is also another first edition. This one knows Supersonic and Leech Life. I also have this Zubat here, which knows Bite and Poison Spray. And then, of course, I have this Zubat, which is part of the Team Rocket deck. I do know that for a fact. This one knows Ram and Bite. But actually, the card I did pull out of the deck here, don't want to try to cover it up, but if you notice here, the one on front does not have that little symbol that this one does. So that's how you can actually tell it's first edition. So let me try to put this all back together again. Get rid of the one that's not. So as you can see, I have a lot of cards that are going into the extra folder. Okay, bringing this guy back out. I did show him my video yesterday, but let's give another round of applause for the Dark Arbok, which is part of the Team Rocket collection. So Dark Arbok, of course, knows Stare and Poison Vapor. And then I actually do have another Ekans, which I don't know why he is out of stack here. But this is actually a different Ekans, so I'll go ahead and show it. This one knows Bite and Poison Sting. So you go back in here with this deck. Now I did keep the dark one separate for a reason, because I actually have a whole side just dedicated to all the dark Pokemon. So I got the Dark Arbok, the Dark Persian, the Vaporeon, the Flareon, the Jolteon, and I don't think I actually showed Dark Jolteon, which is a shame. So here we go. We have Nidorina, evolved from Nidoran. This knows Supersonic and Double Kick. And then, of course, returning once again is our lovely guest star, Dark Golbat, having that very, very, very beautiful smile. This is also part of the Team Rocket, and again, it knows Sneak Attack and Flitter. Now, where the bloody hell did this thing just come from? Oh, right here. Oh, let's see. Yeah, here we go. Now, some of these, I made this deck a while ago, so it actually does surprise me that some of these are out of order from what I normally keep them in. And also, for some reason, I'm covering up other Pokemon cards, because that card does not belong there. So, here we go. We have Nidoran. So, Nidoran. This one knows Fury Sprite and Call for Family. So, that's not a modern move for Pokemon cards. It's been around for a while, because this was made in 1995. And it's also out of place. I got a lot of cards out of place. And of course, with his beautiful, beautiful smile, we have returning the Dark Weezing, which again is a first edition. This one knows Mass Explosion and Stun Gas. That does not sound like fun. Now, although this card is extremely controversial, this is not the controversial card. So this here is the Grimer card. Now, what's made it controversial was its eyes. Its eyes were originally looking up the girl's skirt, so they redraw the pupils. So if you actually have one where the pupils are actually looking up the skirt, that is an extremely rare card. Don't give it away. Don't lose it or anything, because that's actually worth some money. This one knows Poison Gas and Sticky Hands. This one just knows Nasty Goo and Minimize. Let's see, this one is also, I think, part of the Fossil collection. And then, again, out of order. Don't know why these are out of order. I got a lot of these. Trying to verify, make sure they're in the right stack, because like I said, they did remake these cards, and I got a whole section dedicated to the vintage cards only, so they're not mixed in with my normal grass types I originally showed you guys. So, let's start off with the this Weezing here. Now, this one is a first edition as well, as you can see right there. Now, this card, it is a little beat up, but this one knows Smog and Self-Destruct. And then I have, again, the same card here, but it's not a first edition. Now, I also have this Coughing here that knows Tackle and Poison Gas. And this one here just knows Foul Gas. Like I said, I do keep the dark separate from the normal cards here, so that's why I have another Weezing all the way over here. Okay, here we have a classic Pineco. Really wish the camera would zoom on these better. This one knows Burst, which does 40 damage. And let's see, who do we have here? Okay, another duplicate. And okay, these are 95. So we got Kakuna, which knows Stiffen and Poison Powder. And then here we have a Weedle that just knows Poison String. Now I gotta say, this Pokemon here is one of the more useless ones, like Metapod, in my personal opinion. And then, of course, here, duplicated as well, we actually have another Bulbasaur and Ivysaur. Again, I keep these separate from the other ones because they are vintage. We got this Ivysaur here. This one knows Vine Whip and Poison Powder. And then we got this Bulbasaur, which knows Leech Seed. So I kind of like the earlier design of these. They do look a lot cooler than some of the newer ones. And for some reason, you are also out of order. But you are a duplicate, so go ahead and place you there. Okay, so this is the female version of Nidoran. This is Nidorino. So you can tell this one is pink. It knows Double Kick and Horn Drill. And then we got Nidoran, which knows Horn Hazard. So I like how the male and female version get a different name. It just adds on to what's Pokemon. Let's see, who else do we have back here? Now, I did forget to show this one off yesterday, and I am actually very sad I forgot to show this one off. Let me first rearrange this deck here. Okay, yep, that is actually a duplicate, so that means nothing to me. And I'll go ahead and show them off here because, again, I am just very sad that I did not get to show them off, and I'll show them off again when I do the fire types. This is a Dark Charmeleon, which is really nice. It knows Tail Slap and Fireball. Gently put that one back in there. It's already in beaten up condition. Like I said, I got a lot of these from my friends who just had them in big trash bags that just handed them to me. So they're not in the best condition. Get all these ones out. Okay, so here we go. Again, we have another Weeping Bell. This one knows is Poison Powder and Razor Leaf. This one here is another Isabelle Sprout. It knows Vine Whip and, again, Call for Family. Let's see. Right here. And let's see. We have two more here. And I just ripped the folder a little bit. So let me go ahead and grab these two out. Okay. So first up we got Scyther. Scyther is actually a pretty badass Pokemon. Sword Dance and Slash. Now I do have the episode where Slasher first appeared, and everybody got coated with ketchup, and Pikachu fell in love with ketchup. I actually posted a picture on Google Plus a while back that showed that when Pikachu gets the ketchup taken away from him, his face is just so adorable. So find that episode and watch it. It is a hilarious episode. And then we have Venmoth. This Venmoth is a second generation. It knows Power Shift and Venom Powder. And then its previous evolution, which evolved from Vennet, knows Stun Pour and Leech Life. Now that actually is somewhat easier for me to pronounce these Pokemon names because, quite frankly, this was made when Pokemon was just so much more simpler. And I totally flipped these cards backwards. Okay, so I just did that. Let's see, let's put Scyther right here. And I do believe that is... Oh, nope, we do have one more here. That is a grass type. This is Koga's Weezing. So trainer cards I also do keep separate from all the other ones. So this one is, of course, 1995, 1996, 1998. So it is a vintage card. It knows Spontaneous Explosion and Toxic Cloud. Okay, and this is getting into my fighting ground and normal, steel, poison. So I do have a lot of different types of Pokemon cards here that I will go over. Some won't actually have enough to actually make their own video, so I have to merge some of them, like my Dark and Fairy type. But right here, making another comeback, is Celebi. This one, of course, again, is a first edition. Knows Psychic Leaf. And then this one knows Time Call and Leech Seed. So that takes care of pretty much every Pokemon that I have in my big binder here that are grass type Pokemon. So that is a lot, and I forgot to put Scyther back in his place. Because of course I would forget to do that. Beautiful. So as you can see right here, I have about that thick of a deck of nothing but extras. That will be going to my extra folder. So of course now let's close the big book and look through my secondary book. And starting off here, I don't know why he's here. He needs to go in my other book. We got Grovel, evolved form of Trico, which is awesome, just as a badass. Here we have Masquerena. This knows Central Force and Swirling Ripple. This actually goes back in here since it's not in previous evolution. Don't know why I did it like this. I made this deck a long time ago, and don't know why I actually put a lot of these cards in here. A lot of these cards actually need to go back into the other binder, or I guess I ran out of room. We have two forms of Cheerum here. So this one is, well, it doesn't say which form it is. It's very Weather Heal and Random Peak. And then this one knows Cloud Sky and Worry Seed. So I guess that's what it looks like when it's sleeping and when it's sunny outside. Okay, I already discussed those, and those are duplicates, so they go in my duplicate folder. Okay, here we go. This is another Paris. This is a rare one because it's made out of clay. So they actually modeled this and took a picture of this. So that's what makes these so cool to me. This one knows Call for Family and Toxic Spore. Try to get a better... if I had a better camera, you could see it, all the detail that went into handcrafting this. So that's why these cards are always more valuable to me. Who else do we have here? Okay, that actually goes in the extra folder. Both of these go in the extra folder. extra folder. That one, okay, a lot of extras. Okay, although the rest are extras, so I've already shown them off once. So this again is not all my grass type Pokemon. I do have a lot more at the house, or my house. So I'll make sure to bring those next time I come home. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, leave comments, and as always, have a nice day. Live, love, game on. Let me know in the comments below. Should I do fire type next, water type, or electric? Because I want to get the major ones I have out of the way before I go to the little ones, which I can bundle up into one video. So again, let me know in the comments below. And as always, have a nice day. Peace.